Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation, and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. It's time to let go of negative thinking, understand why you do what you do, and stop the self-sabotage. With your host, Fran Excel.
Welcome to the show. As always, it's Fran Excel, your resident subconscious success mentor, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life that you love. If you want to stop sabotaging your own success and let go of the stress, then you are in the right place, my friend. Make sure you download your free Stressed to Success guided meditation at bit.ly/stressed to success as my little gift to you for being here. Please do subscribe, share, review. It really, really helps people that need to hear this message find us, and I so appreciate it. In the show notes, you will also find details of how you can work with me and where you can get your mitts on my meditations, products, and printables. You can also find it through the link in my bio on Instagram, which is my second favorite place to hang out. So please do come join me over there at I'm Fran Excel. Tag me in your takeaways, slide into my DMs. I am here for it. So that is the formalities over, my love. So let's jump into the content. Who have you got on a pedestal right now? This week, you're catching me in an existential conversation with myself, which I hope you enjoy. I've been thinking recently about how funny it is that we do this as humans. You know, we look at people who at the core are very ordinary and just like us in so many ways, but we idolize them in some way because they have a particular level of achievement, perhaps, or status or accolade, whatever it may be. You know, think movie stars, successful business owners and entrepreneurs, these people that we look as so different to us. But isn't it funny how we feel like these people are superhuman in some way, almost godlike? Why is that? If you can't tell, I'm feeling pretty philosophical about life at the moment. A healthy questioning of unconscious behavior, if you will, is how I'm wired these days. It's how I encourage other people to be, you know, always being curious to your own thoughts and belief systems. But when you start to catch yourself in those moments, it's as if you become kind of like a fly on the wall to your own thoughts. I think it's Eckhart Tolle who says, like, you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. And it's so true. The more you get down this kind of consciousness road and not just blindly accepting things, you get questioning, right? Almost like a curious child to the way that we do the things that we do, right? And often I think with these people that we put on a pedestal, I think money is at the core of it a lot of the time. Like we make a lot of assumptions about people and their lives. We look at this this filtered version of what that is on social media, and we kind of just fill in our own gaps. But are we valuing the right things? What is it specifically about those people that you admire so much? And I'd love you to grab your journal for this one, because I think it's going to help in a lot of ways, particularly if you're kind of at the beginning of your journey, or if you're stuck in a comparison mode. Like, what makes you feel that they are so different from you? And how does it make you feel when you do it? You know, it's one thing to inspire like hope and motivation, but it's another if you're looking at this person and thinking, oh, I can never get there, or I wish I was them, or it's easy for them, not for me. All these thoughts and beliefs that we allow to run through our heads, making us feel less than. Yeah, watch out for that. Watch out for the stories that you tell yourself around what's possible, because really, most of the time, the only real difference between you and that person that you're idolizing or putting on a pedestal is a piece of knowledge that you might be missing, or that they've taken action that you haven't, or they've just been doing it longer, right? They didn't give up when it felt hard. They didn't let the gremlins take over and kept going, but I promise you they had those gremlins. That's it. Listen for the stories of what you're telling yourself around their journey that they took to get where they are. Yeah, they didn't start where they are now, but they started. And I heartedly believe that anyone can do what they really want to do. I really do believe that. We just have to clear out some emotional gunk first. We need to do the work on ourselves, and we need to learn to regulate our emotions, because that's exactly what's driving your behavior. And we all have our own emotional, for want of a better word, baggage that we've picked up along the way from family, friends, school, society, things that happened to us, things that were said to us. This stuff rules your behavior because it creates an emotion. It rules your thoughts until you choose not to let it. And you get to do that. You really do. It's making the unconscious conscious. I'm living proof that you get to say, not anymore, thanks to this stuff. Yeah. It's not permanent unless you don't look at it. And that can be hard, right? We are such changeable creatures. We can rewire our brains and our nervous systems through neuroplasticity. We do this first by creating awareness, about what we don't want, what we do want, what our healthy patterns of behavior are, what our less healthy patterns of behavior are. What are those common thoughts, beliefs, and stories that get in your way? Just start to break them down one by one. Yeah, because you really are far more capable than you give yourself credit for. I know I say this all the time, but I really am talking to you right now. Like, it's never too late to start. It's never too late to make changes. There are all stories that we made up, based on our maps of the world. But if you change the map, you change the world, right? If you change how you look at something, it has to be different, right? There's no other option. You don't look at it that way. You don't think about it that way anymore. So what do you think the people that have what you want have that you don't have? That's a mouthful. I'll repeat. What do you think that the people who have what you want have that you don't have? What story do you have around their journey to get there? Is it true? Realize that you're not comparing apples and apples when you look at someone who is where you want to be. Don't put them on a pedestal. We're all special in our own glorious ways. Take a look back in time. They were you at one point, right? Someone with a dream and a vision who just took the action to make it happen and kept going. But while I was down this little rabbit hole of existential thinking, I had another thought. Like, what if we put ourselves on our own pedestals? What if you actually took a minute to acknowledge the things that you've done in your life, the things that you've got through, the trials and tribulations, and actually acknowledged that person in the same way we would be inspired by someone else who had done the same? Yeah. What if you really take a moment to acknowledge everything you've achieved? There can be so much of that emotional gunk running around, even just on doing an exercise like this. We might have been taught that, oh, hello, Milo. We might have been taught that acknowledging achievements is bragging, that admitting that you love or even just like yourself is arrogant. Who made this stuff up, right? Look how many people are having to mentally try and undo some of these things that we've been taught. Liking yourself, trusting yourself, fundamental to a happy life and creating success. Why weren't we taught that? What stories have you made up about yourself and what is possible for you? You deserve to be on your own pedestal, my love, because you are more than capable of doing everything that you want to. So if you got value from this and you know in your gut that now is the time to step up and start rewiring your thinking and start changing things for yourself, then book in a free discovery call so we can work out what needs to happen to get you from where you're at right now to the action-taking success you know you can be. If you want my eyes and ears on your problems, then I work with people one-on-one and through my programs. You can find all the details to book in a call in the show notes, the link in my bio on Instagram and on my website, franexcel.com. So stop waiting for if and when and choose to change things now, because you 100% can. I am here to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. And as always, I hope you found this helpful and I will see you next week. Bye.